But the story of the adventurers did not end with the death of the Demon Lord or their murder of the entire Antharion Council. They made their way back to Australian, the first town that they encountered, where they had bought their boat, where they had slept in the tavern over many days. They found a store, and they walked within. The storekeeper was baffled when they handed him the Ascension armor, the most powerful armor he had ever seen. Their other great artifacts they discarded on the ground, dropping them all willy-nilly in the street. For their duty was done to Antharion. There was nothing more for them to do at this point. They had accomplished a great feat and slew a mighty demon, and they were implicated in the murder of an entire council, which put a small blight on their gleaming reputation. They discarded all of their food, most of their artifacts. Oops. Fish littered the highway as they traveled their last journey, including some apples and a couple potions. Mostly naked, aside from a few weapons. They quickly checked their map. The remaining food they used while returning to Shadowbrook, a town which mere months ago they had found in ruins. And now they had returned to the place where it had all began. A prison deep beneath the ground. They wandered through the corridors getting their bearings, searching for some particular items. For you see, this adventuring party was no mere group of ne'er-do-wells who had once been serving their time beneath the city of Shadowbrook. No. These were people of great honor, and in their glory, they knew that they had to stop this demon. But since that has come to pass, it is time for them to serve out the remainder of their sentences. They looked around for their cells. It was a bit confusing because they hadn't been here in a very long time. There was treasure chests which they had looted ages ago, stolen all of those items to use in their escape and their subsequent adventure across Antharion. And yet they knew they were getting closer to their cells, for they must run into them eventually. Ah, they found the hallway. They walked into their cells. Unfortunately, the doors were broken, but they decided to wait it out in the nicest of the cells, the one that didn't have skulls, and they chained themselves to the walls and decided to serve out their time. Some say that they are still there to this day, waiting in the darkness for the next time that they would be needed. But I choose not to believe that. I think they starved to death a long time ago, and if you were to go looking for them, you would only find their corpses, and that is the true ending of Antharion.